Hello, I'm back. I want to discuss today about the process of. I have to be careful with the words I say because YouTube will flag me. So some of these I'm going to have to spell out. So if you're like, why is she spelling that? Then you'll know why. So the topic I wanted to discuss today is about DYING. I don't know if I'll be flagged saying that or not, but I thought that I would be safe and just spell it out. So there's quite a bit of us who are scared about this process before, during, and after. And I know at one time I was also. During my research and my hypnosis and talking to the higher selves of my clients, and as well as when I took the class to learn hypnosis, hearing about others hypnotizing their clients and their higher self speaking. So I want to start off by saying there's different ways of DYING, and some of it is a very traumatic situation, like an avalanche, huge boulders falling on you kind of thing. There's natural causes. Some of the natural causes are, not all, are when you astral travel and the person severs their silver cord to their body, and that's often diagnosed as natural causes or DYING in their sleep. Also, there's car accidents, things like that, drownings, which would be traumatic. I want to say when it is traumatic, when we cross over, we tend to go to what they call the resting place. And of course, this is all in a different dimension, and the resting place is kind of in that dimension somewhere. It's where we make it, I'm assuming. That's what I gather anyway. And you go to a place of rest, meaning you're kind of wiping that away from your memory, so when you incarnate again, that won't be there. You won't carry that over. The resting place, you can be there anywhere from a day to hundreds of years, depending on the traumatic or what you feel. Also, when you cross over, it tends to be something like you're in a murky, deep end of a pool, and you're at the very bottom, and you shove up with your feet really fast. And as you're going closer to the top, it's lighter and lighter, and you can kind of see better and better. And then you emerge at the top, and the sun is out and it's on you and everything. That's what it feels like when you're crossing over. Also, that process is also based on your beliefs. If you feel like you're going to go to hell and you will be in damnation, then more than likely you will be. There is actually no heaven or hell, and I know that's going to be disturbing to most of you. There is a heaven. It's just a higher, more higher dimension, more peaceful, loving, you could do anything kind of place. You learn and all kinds of, just everybody wants to be there. The hell is karma, that you have to come back and redo your karma, and you have to keep doing it until you get it right. That's kind of what it feels like. If you believe that you're going to be in your grave for 7 days before God or Jesus comes to get you, then that's what's going to happen. If you feel like your husband who crossed before you are going to meet you when you cross over, that's going to happen. But it usually does happen. The one you love the most, if they cross before you do, they are usually the ones that meet up with you, unless they have already reincarnated before you got there. And what happens in that circumstance is the next person in line could be another relative that you hold dear to you. And if you have no other relatives, then it could be your dog's soul. And they help you through the process. If you are kind of sad about leaving your children behind too soon and you feel like you needed to be there, but your body was too far gone, like in an accident, and there's no way for you to go back, these beings are there to help you and assist you to cross more comfortably. And usually in that sense, you'll go to the resting place. So the traumatic part of that will be lessened. Also, if you feel that, well, if you don't have any relatives or anybody that has crossed before you, just say you're young and you cross and you don't recognize anybody, you will. Because you can have one of your guides there that you've never seen, and they're communicating with you telepathically or even verbally. You know who they are. It comes to you naturally. You sit there and think, I don't know this person, but I feel so comfortable with them. He's so loving and so caring. And then it comes to you, oh, that's my guide. I have known souls to meet the angel of death, which was very pleasant also. It doesn't sound like it would be, but it actually is. There was a soul that I have read that was in the resting place over 200 years. So that must have been a very traumatic recovery period. You have to, kind of get rid of that traumatic experience from your memory so you can come back and not carry that over. So can you imagine coming into a brand new life and carrying that traumatic event from your previous life over to this one? It wouldn't be very good. Also, when you cross over, the first thoughts that come to your mind mostly is, I feel so light. I don't feel so heavy. I feel full of energy. I feel so alive. And all I want to do is learn, learn, learn. And there's schools there, and anything you want to learn is there. It's at your fingertips, kind of more or less. You think of it, and it's there. You can read about your past life, your future life. Well, you actually remember all of your past lives. And you can, I don't know if you can see your future lives or not. I was going to say you could, but I'm not sure. I know you create your future lives, of course. And when you do that, you make a contract and you wait for the people that you want to be reincarnated with to be there to be in the contract. And then the masters of life, I think is what they're called, they go through it and they fine tune it. Your contract has to benefit not only you, but everybody in your life. I also want to add in this, and that's, I think, all I need to share about how that process happens. Also, we can also immediately reincarnate too. We can pass over and do a new contract immediately, have it fine-tuned, and bam, you're reborn quickly. I don't know if I want to go that quick. I don't know. Oh, we also can choose for our next life. We don't have to come back to Earth. We could go to other planets. I want to go back to my home planet. I don't want to be on Earth anymore. I'd be willing to come back in hundreds, if not thousands of years when Earth progresses in a better way and not so much crime and hate and all that. Then I would come back. But no, right now, when I pass, I want to go to my home planet. And where that is exactly, I am not 100% sure. I know I'm Arcturian, Syrian, Eridanus, and maybe a couple of others. I'm not sure. I mean, we come from more than one place, so there's no telling what I am. I'm more of a starseed than I am human. And when I've been a human, I've been in the most important time eras. As in Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt, when the pharaohs and all that existed. And I was back also when Jesus was alive. I was in that time with him. I also want to add in here that it has also been described of the process of going through the process of crossing over is that, and this depends on how you do this, that you feel cold and then you kind of go black and then bam, you're there and you're actually looking down at your body that quick. It's just like you just pop out and there you are. There's no pain, there's no fear or anything. It's just that, you kind of have to know where to go also when you cross over. You just have to follow the light. And there's this one woman who she knew she had kind of knew that she crossed over, but she didn't know 100% because she went back to her house and was trying to grab things because she knew she had things to do and she couldn't grab anything. And she heard people talking, saying the old lady is walking in the house because we can hear her. And then when she started seeing that she was transparent, that's when she realized, oh, I've crossed over. So then she went to the top of a hill and her deceased husband met her there, and voila. So to know that, I mean, if you're going to sit here and believe that when you pass, there's nothing, just black nothing. I don't think that actually does happen. I mean, you go somewhere, somebody's going to come and get you, and you're always immediately greeted by a being, a friend, relative, or your guide, or your pet. And I don't think your pet will be a pet. I think it'll be a soul. And you're also given a choice. Sometimes they'll ask you if you want to come or stay or go back. Not all the time. And if that you still have things to improve and you want to, you could go back. So I think that's it. That's all I want to cover. I'm pretty sure I've missed some things, but I just kind of wanted to put this out there because it's been on my mind lately. I don't know why. So, I love you guys. I'm going to end this, and like and subscribe, please. And I'm sending you love, light, and peace. Bye.